Did you know that people who set healthy boundaries report significantly higher levels of life satisfaction? Research shows that individuals who establish and maintain clear boundaries experience a 20% increase in overall happiness compared to those who struggle with boundaries. This compelling statistic highlights the profound impact boundaries can have on our well-being. It underscores the importance of understanding and implementing boundaries in our lives. Boundaries are not selfish acts. They are essential tools for creating a life filled with joy, authenticity, and meaningful connections. Boundaries are essentially invisible lines we draw to define what we accept and what we don't. They are crucial in maintaining our mental and emotional health. By setting boundaries, we create a safe space for ourselves where we can thrive without feeling overwhelmed or taken advantage of. These boundaries can be physical, emotional, or even digital, depending on the context and our personal needs. They are limits we set to protect our time, energy, values, and emotional well-being. For instance, taking time to meditate or plan your day can be a form of setting a boundary. It's about prioritizing what truly matters to you and ensuring that your resources are spent wisely. This can mean saying no to extra work, taking breaks when needed, or simply making time for activities that rejuvenate you. Just like physical fences protect a property, personal boundaries safeguard our inner space. Imagine your mind and emotions as a beautiful garden. Without a fence, it's easy for others to trample on it. By closing the gate, you decide who gets to enter and who doesn't. This act of setting boundaries is empowering and helps you maintain control over your life. Boundaries help us preserve our sense of self and prevent burnout, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. When we respect our own limits, we are better equipped to handle stress and maintain a positive outlook. This self-care practice allows us to recharge and stay connected to our true selves, leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. They allow us to show up as our best selves in our relationships, work, and other areas of life. When we are clear about our boundaries, we can engage more authentically with others. This clarity helps us to be more present and effective in our roles, whether as friends, colleagues, or family members. It also encourages others to respect our limits, fostering mutual respect and understanding. When we clearly define our limits, we communicate our needs and expectations to others, fostering healthier and more fulfilling interactions. This open communication builds trust and respect, making our relationships stronger and more resilient. By writing down our boundaries or discussing them openly, we set a clear framework for how we wish to be treated, ensuring that our interactions are both respectful and meaningful. Setting boundaries can be challenging, especially if we're not used to asserting ourselves. Many people struggle with guilt, fear of conflict, or worry about disappointing others. We may believe that saying no makes us selfish or unkind. However, it's essential to remember that setting boundaries is not about rejecting others. It's about honoring ourselves. It's about recognizing that our needs and feelings are valid and deserve to be respected. Embracing this perspective is crucial in overcoming the initial discomfort of setting boundaries. Boundaries encompass various aspects of our lives. They are essential for maintaining healthy relationships and ensuring our personal well-being. By setting boundaries, we define what is acceptable and what is not, creating a sense of control and security in our interactions. We can set emotional boundaries to protect ourselves from emotional manipulation, criticism, or negativity. These boundaries help us maintain our self-esteem and emotional health. For instance, saying no to a toxic relationship or distancing ourselves from negative influences can significantly improve our mental state. Physical boundaries relate to our personal space, belongings, and physical touch. They ensure that our physical needs and comfort levels are respected. This can include anything from setting limits on physical affection to ensuring our personal items are not used without permission. Time boundaries involve managing our time effectively, prioritizing our commitments, and saying no to excessive demands. By setting these boundaries, we can allocate time for work, rest, and leisure, ensuring a balanced and fulfilling life. This might mean turning off notifications to focus on a task or declining an invitation to avoid overcommitting. Each type of boundary plays a vital role in preserving our well-being. They help us navigate our daily lives with confidence and clarity, allowing us to engage in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. Boundaries are not just about keeping negative influences out, but also about creating space for positive experiences. Emotional boundaries cultivate emotional safety and prevent emotional drain. They allow us to maintain healthy relationships by ensuring that our emotional needs are met and that we are not overwhelmed by the emotions of others. This can involve seeking support from friends or taking time for self-care activities like meditation. Physical boundaries offer a sense of security and autonomy. They help us feel safe in our environments and ensure that our physical needs are respected. This can include creating a personal space at home where we can relax and recharge, or setting limits on physical interactions with others. Time boundaries reduce stress and allow us to pursue our passions and recharge. By managing our time effectively, we can ensure that we have enough time for work, rest, and leisure activities. This balance is crucial for maintaining our overall well-being and preventing burnout. Whether it's reading a book, engaging in a hobby, or spending quality time with loved ones, time boundaries help us make the most of our lives. I vividly recall a time when I struggled with setting boundaries. It was a period marked by confusion and a lack of self-awareness. I didn't understand the importance of boundaries and how they could impact my well-being. As a people pleaser, I constantly prioritized others' needs over my own, leading to burnout and resentment. I would say yes to every request, no matter how inconvenient or exhausting it was for me. This constant need to please others left me feeling drained and unappreciated. I felt overwhelmed, exhausted, and disconnected from my own needs and desires. My life was a blur of obligations and responsibilities that weren't truly mine to bear. I lost touch with what made me happy and fulfilled. However, my life took a positive turn when I began learning about boundaries. I started reading self-help books, attending workshops, and listening to podcasts that emphasized the importance of setting healthy boundaries. These resources opened my eyes to a new way of living. I started small, saying no to requests that drained my energy. It wasn't easy at first. I felt guilty and anxious, but with each no, I felt a little more in control of my life. I began to understand that saying no was not a rejection of others, but a necessary act of self-care. Gradually, I established clearer boundaries in my relationships and work. The transformation was remarkable. I communicated my needs more effectively and found that people respected me more for it. My work-life balance improved, and I felt a sense of relief and accomplishment. I felt more empowered, energized, and fulfilled. The newfound clarity in my life allowed me to focus on what truly mattered. I had more energy to invest in my passions and hobbies, and I felt a renewed sense of purpose. My relationships became healthier, and I finally had the time and space to pursue my passions. I spent more quality time with loved ones, engaged in activities that brought me joy, and built a life that felt authentically mine. Setting boundaries was the key to unlocking a happier, more fulfilling life. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's an act of self-care and self-respect. Boundaries are essential for our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. They empower us to show up authentically in our lives and relationships. Remember that setting boundaries is a process, and it's okay to start small. Start by identifying areas where you feel drained or disrespected. Communicate your boundaries clearly and respectfully. Embrace the transformative power of boundaries. As you begin setting and maintaining healthy boundaries, you'll notice a significant shift in your overall happiness and well-being. You'll experience greater peace, joy, and fulfillment in your life. Remember, you deserve to live a life that aligns with your values and brings you joy. Don't be afraid to honor your needs and set boundaries that protect your well-being. We all have unique experiences and perspectives on boundaries. I encourage you to share your journey with setting boundaries in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to embrace the power of boundaries and create a happier and more fulfilling life for themselves. Let's support each other in creating healthier and more authentic lives.